Here are 10 dark secrets associated with notable historical figures. Thomas Jefferson's relationship with Sally Hemings. Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence, maintained a relationship with Sally Hemings, one of his enslaved workers. DNA evidence has since confirmed that Jefferson fathered several children with Hemings, highlighting the complexities of race, power, and exploitation in American history. Albert Einstein's treatment of women. Despite his genius and contributions to science, Albert Einstein had a troubled personal life, marked by multiple extramarital affairs and mistreatment of women, including his first wife, Mileva Maric. Letters and records have revealed Einstein's neglect and dismissive attitude towards his family, tarnishing his reputation as a moral authority. Winston Churchill's racism. Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister during World War II, held racist views that are often overlooked in historical accounts. He openly expressed disdain for non-white peoples and endorsed policies that perpetuated colonialism and racial segregation, such as the use of chemical weapons against Kurdish and Iraqi insurgents. Mahatma Gandhi's views on race and sexuality. While revered as a symbol of nonviolent resistance and social justice, Mahatma Gandhi held controversial beliefs regarding race and sexuality. He expressed derogatory views towards black Africans and advocated for chastity and celibacy as a means of self-purification, even conducting disturbing experiments involving young girls. Mother Teresa's questionable practices. Mother Teresa, the renowned Catholic nun and humanitarian, has faced criticism for her approach to charity and healthcare. Some former volunteers and critics have accused her of prioritizing religious conversion over medical treatment and providing substandard care to the sick and dying in her missions. Pope Pius XII's role in the Holocaust. Pope Pius XII, the leader of the Catholic Church during World War II, has been accused of failing to speak out against the Holocaust and Nazi atrocities. Critics argue that his silence and diplomatic neutrality enabled the persecution of Jews and other minorities, while defenders claim he worked behind the scenes to save lives. Christopher Columbus's brutality towards indigenous peoples. Christopher Columbus, credited with discovering the Americas, engaged in brutal and exploitative practices against indigenous peoples, including enslavement, rape, and genocide. His actions contributed to the decimation of native populations and the colonization of the Americas by European powers. Marie Antoinette's lavish spending and indifference to poverty. Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France during the French Revolution, became infamous for her extravagant lifestyle and perceived indifference to the suffering of the French people. Her lavish spending, including on palaces, parties, and fashion, fueled resentment among the impoverished masses and contributed to her downfall. J. Edgar Hoover's abuse of power. J. Edgar Hoover, the first director of the FBI, wielded immense power and influence over American politics and law enforcement for nearly 5 decades. He engaged in illegal surveillance, blackmail, and harassment of political dissidents, civil rights activists, and suspected communists, undermining civil liberties and democracy. Henry Ford's anti-Semitism. Henry Ford, the pioneering industrialist and founder of Ford Motor Company, was a vocal anti-Semite and supporter of conspiracy theories blaming Jews for societal ills. He published anti-Semitic propaganda in his newspaper, the Dearborn Independent, and distributed copies of the fabricated text, the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, contributing to the spread of anti-Jewish sentiment. Exploring these dark secrets of historical figures provides a more nuanced understanding of their legacies and the complexities of human nature. It reminds us that even celebrated individuals are flawed and capable of perpetuating harm, underscoring the importance of critical examination and accountability in historical narratives.